Wow, this is so cool. What are you doing?
So I'm doing the chalk challenge under the summer challenge that we've given all of our families.
Oh, wow. I totally forgot about that. In fact, last week I think I came across it and I might have put it on the fridge. I need to double check that. I think I'm giving myself up that I haven't done it yet.
That's okay. It's really fun. There's a lot of fun things to do with your families. And so I just thought that we would get started. This is my first attempt to get started.
Wow. And so what's that on your wrist?
So later I'm going to go with my kids and we're going to do the nature walk. It's tape, and so you just pick different things that you find in nature and you stick it to your wrist.
That is so cool.
It's going to be fun.
Wow, I have older teens, so I'm not quite sure mine will do that, but I think there were a few things on there. I'll have to look at it. But I totally want to see your bracelet later. Are you going to show it to me?
For sure.
All right, I will see you then. Hi, you guys. We're back. How was your chalking?
Awesome.
Did you do all the entrances?
Yes.
Wow, that's going to be so much fun this weekend. So look for those chalks. I love that. And did you get on your nature walk?
We did get on a nature walk. Now, I have a grandchild, so she loves nature. And so I actually roped my older ones in because they are,
All into
all
your
into
Charlotte.
yes, to their niece. And so, yes, so I have my little bracelet here.
Wow.
Charlotte has her own. And yes, it was fun. It was
I love that. So I found it.
Okay, good.
And it was on the fridge. It was like on the side, kind of with some other paper around it. I'm not too happy to say, but that's okay. We found it. And I'm so glad I saw you doing that because I almost forgot, which is why we wanted to share with you guys too, because if you're anything like me, you have forgotten to maybe and haven't dug it out. So I was sitting here thinking like, what are my olders gonna do? Do you know what I mean? And I was looking through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much. There's so much. We love bonfires. So I totally wanna do celebrating the Pentecost with a big outdoor fire and getting into that. We've been talking about taking little trips. So, especially we've been saying DC, it's been a while, especially with everything with COVID and everything.
And the Basilica is beautiful. And there's an easy way to do that with your olders to give them kind of that responsibility. You just kind of go into the Basilica and say, okay guys, we'll meet you in a half an hour or an hour. Go. And they can wander all the chapels. There's just so much beauty there. It's awesome.
And we'll probably hit up one of those food trucks outside and then catch up and say, what did you see? Do you have any pictures? Whatever the case is. So that is a great area. And, and these doing the food pantries or It's a Blessing or the blessing boxes around town, we haven't done that in a little bit of time. So Cam and I make summer bucket lists. And we haven't done it yet. It's like July already. So come on.
Well, and this is the thing too, we've put this out as a challenge, but really it's just an opportunity to kind of do a few things with your family. Look on the list. You can take it as a challenge if your family is competitive.
Yes.
But otherwise, pick one or two things that might be neat that maybe you've not done ever before.
Yeah.
And do it. And do you have to send us pictures? No. Would it be fun? Yeah,
Yes.
it'd be fun. The one thing I'm kind of excited about is I'm actually going out west in this week, and so we're bringing Jesus with us. So look for him on in Santa Fe, New Mexico, because that's where we're going to be sending him. And Lisa and I were talking, and I'm like, do you think our older kids would do this? They could if they would find it fun to he's also going to play tennis with me later on. So that might be a fun challenge for them. But if they don't think that it really is, if they're going away to a camp or they're going away, sneak it into their suitcase or something just to surprise them. Or maybe as a family you take turns hiding him in other people's stuff, to just kind of remind them that Jesus is watching them or with them.
Yes, with them always, no matter where they're going.
Yes.
Speaking of that, one of the things that was great on here was visiting other churches even, and we're getting ready to go on vacation, and so that's on my to-do list, is to figure out which church are we going to while we're down there.
Yes.
Because I'm not sure. We've been going to the Salisbury one on and off, but I think we're going to do something a little closer to us, so. Yeah, this is great. Circle it, sit down, talk about it, hang it on your fridge, and then when you guys are like, what are we gonna do today? Pull it off the fridge and pick one. It's great.
It's great.
It's great.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So speaking of family formation, it's coming back up again.
And we really wanted to take a little bit of time to just kind of examine what it's going to look like for this coming year. We love the family formation model. I think the idea that not affected by COVID, the idea is that we do all gather and that we do spend time as community. And so our Sundays will remain the same. Our Sunday night gathering, parents will be in their group, students will be in their breakout session. But we've also, kind of heard you. I know we sent out, different surveys and
made some phone calls.
Yes, and we really appreciated your feedback. So I know that there was a desire for more community, making sure that your kids got together with their St. Anne community. And so we are adding one additional Sunday. So the first Sunday evening of the month will be as we had done before, and then the third Sunday between the masses, we are adding that as well. And so your kids will do breakouts, and the opportunity for you as parents, we're gonna have like coffee and donuts and be able to kind of gather as a community, and then you can talk amongst yourselves about the packet that's coming up for the next week, and maybe come up with some plans with some other parents, to try to figure out what you might wanna do for that week.
It also gives you guys a time to get to know each other and create a village. They say it takes a village to raise a family, and it really does. And I know I have found when we've done different activities outside of the house, soccer or band or whatever, I've needed help, and without my village, we wouldn't have had it. And so we want to help create that St. Anne village, to get to know the other parents who have kids your age who are going through the same journeys that you guys are doing, so that you can talk about your packets, but talk about everything else that's going on in your lives too.
Just get to know each other.
Yes, find that friend who's sharing that faith and taking that same journey with you.
And we know that COVID really kind of wreaked havoc on what the ideal of family formation was. And we know, and we so appreciate your willingness to just push up your sleeves. I know the school gave you dumped stuff on you, and you felt that even the church did as well, because we could not meet in person. We couldn't interact like we wanted to.
Right.
And so, like I said, we do appreciate just your sticking to it, but do know that what we were able to do, we just kind of got by, and that really what family formation is to be is what we are going to be doing this year.
Yes. We also heard, we gave you this big packet at the beginning of the month, and you had to make a separate trip to get it. And again, that was COVID related. We couldn't be around each other. We had to socially distance. It was hard, but we needed to figure out a way where we weren't bringing you in and out multiple times. So we were trying to make it work. This year, the way it'll be is we'll meet, okay? And then you'll get, on the in-between weeks that we don't meet, we'll give you that night, that packet for that next week. And then you'll bring it back when we see each other on the third Sunday, and then you'll get another one for that fourth week. So it'll be 2 packets that go home, and you won't have to make a special trip, and we'll get to talk about it and do it in the way that we were looking to do it to begin with. So it's exciting. We just had Vacation Bible School, and if that is any indication of the beautiful aspect of what we have ahead of us, it's awesome. Between the adults and the catechists and the kids and the teens and everybody, there was so much life.
And the readiness of everybody to just get together and share and laugh and have fun, and that's what we're looking for this coming year.
And that is what this is really going to be about.
Yeah.
So we are excited. So this is just a hindsight. Like, we know, we wanted to share with you what it looks like. We have more details that are to come, but registration is going to be coming up.
Right, and we figure the second week of August, the registration will go online, and so we wanted to just give you an indication of what it was going to look like for this coming year. I know many have been asking.
Yes, and in that email, it'll say like when you get to meet your catechist and when we'll have our parent meeting, so that you can get all the fine-tuned details.
Yes.
But like she said, this will plan. So that first Sunday in the evening, that third Sunday between the masses is kind of what you want to get sketched into your calendar for those of you who are pre-planners. I know I can be that way sometimes. So just know that, and get ready for some fun.
Yes, we are excited and ready. We're ready. The church is ready to have everybody back.
Yes. So I have one more thing I want share for our high schoolers. So that is our 8th graders getting ready to go into their freshman year of high school. And for our seniors who just graduated, for all of them and in between, we have iServe coming up. And so iServe is July 29th and 30th. And that Thursday we'll come together that evening about 6 o'clock. And it'll be about a 24-hour period of time. So that night we'll have some evening programming, some fun, they'll get to know the kids, and then the next day we'll wake up and we will actually go do some outreach in our Washington County community. I'm really excited because the past several years, with the exception of COVID last year, it's been in Frederick County. And so we're bringing it to Washington County this year, and I'm super excited. We're gonna get to feed our homeless on the street. We're gonna get to reach out to the Reach Cold Weather Shelter and get it ramped up and ready to go for this upcoming season. We get to visit an assisted living facility and play some bingo and have an ice cream social. So it is going to be a great time. We just had a group of kids at Baltimore Work Camp just the week before last. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
It's wonderful.
And those kids are on fire, and they're coming back to iServe. So if your kid didn't get to take part in Baltimore Work Camp, this is kind of a little mini session of it. And it's really cool because it's not just kids from St. Anne's. St. Anne's, St. Mary's, Holy Family in Middletown, St. Tim's in Walkersville. We have kids from Emmitsburg and in Frederick. So several parishes are going to be partaking. So they'll get to know a couple of kids. And our kids that were at Baltimore Work Camp are texting and having already planning times to get together with these kids that are outside of our area. It's beautiful. I think tonight they're talking about looking at fireworks and hanging out with St. Tim's crew down in Walkersville.
It's an amazing thing as a parent to feel that your kids, you want to surround your kids with kids that are like them, and it's an amazing experience. They really are bonding, and it'll be great if you can have your kids come to iServe. I think that will also take place there. Yeah.
And get them ready to go and excited for this upcoming family formation season. So
now, did you need any parent helpers for the iServe?
So we do need adult volunteers. So even if your kid's not in high school, we would love to have you be a part, just like the people that came for Vacation Bible School and Outreach Day. You don't have to have a kid in that age group to kind of be a part of it. So on the flock note that we send out, there'll be a couple of things. There's going to be your summer challenge, just in case you can't get your hands on it. There's going to be Jesus attached, so if you actually want a couple more Jesuses to put in bags, they'll be ready to go. Along with everything for iServe, so for both adult volunteers and for the kids who want to sign up. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you.
So we'll see you later. Have a great summer. Bye. God bless.